Welcome back to Maula Cognition. In this session, I try to make it as short as possible. Hinduism pantheistic or monotheistic? This is what Zakir Naik is saying here. But before the video, we saw Bhavishya Purana. Zakir Naik is saying that Hinduism or Arya Dharma or Sanathan Dharma is the true religion. That's what Zakir Naik said there. And that all the prophets were upon Arya Dharma or true religion, Sanathan Dharma. But Quran, Hadith or previous prophet never mentioned something called Arya Dharma. Aryan is a different clan. They come from the north of around the Caspian Sea and Central Asia. Even there are some opinions that the Aryans coming from places like Persia, Caucasus, those areas. According to some other people, a fraction of people who are part of Hinduism, they come from places called Yavana, means the areas of Greek, Rome, Greek, that area some people migrated to India. So in Hinduism or Sanathan Dharma world is a mix of all culture and traditions, because Hinduism always embraced every faith, every tradition, every culture, and assimilated within the Hindu tradition or traditional Indian tradition. When I met one of the Ayurveda physician in Kerala, near MIMS hospital in Calicut city, I had a short discussion with him about so-called the similarities of religions, spirituality, philosophy, and all. At that time, he even mentioned that lots of the techniques or healing methods in Ayurveda is directly coming from Greek medicines or Greek medical science. So this is very interesting. So India is the central. India has a central position in attracting all different cultures, tradition and practices. India never shown any partiality towards any religion or any culture or any tradition. Indians always embraced the whole world. Like these days, United Kingdom, America, all these countries, they are embracing all different culture and tradition. But still there is a huge gap and division. People don't practice each other's religions. But India was not like that. Indian nation before the coming of Islam, the people in India, they were always practiced the pagan and polytheistic tradition from all over the world has been brought into India and become part of the Indian or Hindu tradition. And there are even some of the deities that worshipped by Dravid people or the South Indian people. According to many, they have a connection or root to Egypt and other parts of the African countries like Central Africa, other African countries where there is animism or worship of the natural spirits and creatures like extraterrestrial creatures. Anunnaki, there is some concept called Anunnaki, or even the Mayan and other tradition has been found in lots of the temple construction in India. This is there. So even so many Hindu scholars believe that Sanathan Dharma has been spread all over the world. That what the Native Americans, Mayans, people, aborigines in Australia, all of them were Hindus according to the modern Hindu scholars. That the Lord Shiva deity is worshipped in some of the tribes of aborigines in Queensland in Australia. So that is the Hindu pantheon or Sanathan Dharma or Vedic religion. This is how it has been always. In Cambodia, Bali Island, Indonesia, all were part of the Sanathan Dharma or Hinduism. So here I'm saying, I think time is gone more, but let's come to the point. So Zakir Naik is claiming Lord Vishnu started Musalman religion or Islamic religion in the 7th century in Arabia. That is the proof in Bhavishya Purana. And that's the true religion, or Sanathan Dharma, that is the eternal religion. But as a matter of fact, we know that from the Bible, from Islamic tradition, Ibrahim alayhi salam, Prophet Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Moses, Dawood, and all the prophets, including Christ, and all the Yehudis, the Bani Israel, they all were circumcised. They didn't have a ponytail. They prayed, they called to prayer. They had the call to prayer in Bani Israel as well. So based on Bhavishya Purana, even the Ismail can be the prophet in Arabia, or because Ismail was the first person who came to Arabia and settled there from the Abrahamic creed. It's not Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So even in the Quran there is this literal description. There is difference that Prophet was sent to a nation whom no prophet came before, but Ismail lived in Arabia, as everybody knows. The Quran says God gave Ismail a scripture and made him a prophet. This is in the Quran. And at the same time, Quran also says Prophet Muhammad was the first prophet to come to the nation of Arabs. But the Islamic portion is Ismail was in Arabia. Ismail and Abraham, both of them were in Arabia. They built the Kaaba in Arabia. So those description is there. But this is a talk about Prophet Moses, Prophet Nuh alayhi salam and Musa alayhi salam in Bhavishya Purana. So Moses is in Bhavishya, Nuh alayhi salam is in Bhavishya Purana. So the king asked Haridasa. So the king name was Mahabalan. Ujjain is a place in India. There was a Veda Shastra scholar, means the Vedic scholar, and like astrology, Veda, Purana, Upanishad. There was a scholar, and he was from the Chandra clan, means moon clan. There was a king called Mahabala. That king was a very famous king, and that king had a messenger or an ambassador called Sadhu, Seva, Parana, Bhaktimala, and a beautiful daughter called Mahadevi. So they wanted to marry her to the king wanted to marry his daughter Mahadevi to somebody who is much better than the king. So the king went to Harishchandra. He is a very famous person as well. And Harishchandra inquired about his daughter, and then there was Harishchandra was very happy, satisfied with the king's achievements. And then the king asked Haridasa, when will the start of Kali Yuga, means the age of Kali, when will it start? So then the king says, the Haridasa says to the king that when the Nuh comes to power, Prophet Nuh comes to power, the Kali will start, means the age of deterioration. That's what it says there. Means when Nuh comes to power, the Sanathan Dharma will start deterioration, and the Kali Yuga, or the age of deterioration, will start, the age of devil. Because according to Sanathan Dharma, Nuh is an agent of deterioration or destruction of Arya Dharma or Sanathan Dharma. So that's what it says. This also says that Omgar will be worshipped in the time of Kali. But another language will become most important in the time of Kali Yuga, or the age of deterioration, age of trouble. And that language will become a troublesome language for even for the heavens. And in the time of Kali, means in the time of Nuh onwards, the religion will turn a different religion. Mlachans, means the Malacha, foreign religion will become more important. And in that time, they will denounce all gods and goddesses. And falsehood will be the bride of Kali Yuga, or the age of deterioration. That's what it's saying there. And falsehood will be inhabited in the houses and towns and cities. And there will be the sadness will be the sons of these homes. That's what it says. And Durgadi or Ardangini. Durgadi means bad fate, evil fate will be existing in those days. And Brahmins will become lustful, and rich people, wealthy people, or Vaishyas, they will become and the Shudras, they will be glorified. Means the rich and the working class will be glorified, and ladies will become shameless or immodest. That's what it says. And those who call upon Lord Vishnu will become saved in the time of Kali. So this is how it's saying there. So that's how the thing. Then the Bhavishya Purana, this is a Malayalam DC book translation, page 770, chapter 5, Kali Yuga Rupa Varnana. That's the chapter name. The chapter describing about Moses. So it says that there was a big flood. The new prophet knew was also, although he was a follower of foreign religion, he worshipped Lord Vishnu, and then Lord Vishnu increased him in people. So Nuh had 3 sons. That's what it says. It's called Siman, Ham, and Yakutan. That's the 3 names. And there was a curse of goddess Saraswati, and the language of the foreign religion that became desolate. But then the Sanskrit language became important after that. So then it's again going on saying about so many years that there were worship of Vishnu in the world. So it has been 3,000 years after Kali Yuga was started, and there was a king called Shagabada, and he was the leader of the foreign religions, foreign nations. So when the Kali Yuga reached 2,000 years, the followers of Mlacha religion or foreign religion started growing. It's like saying Gentile. The Jew in the Hindu scripture is the equivalent of Jew is people of Sanathan Dharma, the true religion. So other than the Sanathan Dharma, the religions are called Mlacha Dharma or foreign religions. So according to Bhavishya Purana, this Kali Yuga become 2,000 years, turned 2,000 years, and at that time Moshe was the leader of people of foreign religion, and he lived near the Saraswati river. Moshe was lived near Saraswati river, and he spread the ideology of foreign religion all over the world. Moshe spread the religion all over. Then they destroyed the devotion to gods and Sanskrit language even in the beginning. Means Moses destroyed the Arya Dharma even in the beginning in lots of the world. And they had different language. Yavani language means Greek. Gaurandiga is different language, which is like Latin, English. Those Western languages. There's something called Vajra Bhasha, which is, I can't understand that as in English word. So there are 4 kind of language they have in the Western and Middle Eastern world. So they were following this, for example, Hebrew, Greek, and Latin. These are the 3 languages. So most likely is Hebrew, Greek, Latin. So, and like Aramaic, those kind of languages that are used. So that's how it's saying there. So basically in Bhavishya Purana, but imagine if the Jews say quote these verse from Bhavishya Purana, say Moses is mentioned in the Bhavishya Purana, so all Hindus must become Moses. Anybody who read these things understand Bhavishya Purana as a Arya Dharma religion is opposed to Judaism or the religion of Prophet Moses. The religion of Christ, it is opposing, because according to Bhavishya Purana, these religions are false religions, demonic religions, false religions, or the religions that destroy Arya Dharma or Sanathan Dharma. But according to this squarehead Zakir Naik, Sanathan Dharma is the true religion. So then what about the religion of Moses? Because this book opposes the religion of Moses. So why is Dr. Zakir Naik is trying to assimilate, integrate all the other religions into Islam? This make Islam a false religion, to be honest. The so-called Muslim world didn't understand this. Zakir Naik is actually destroying the very basic foundation of Islam, the very core foundation. The foundation of Islam is just not Sunni Islam or Salafi Islam or Sufi Islam. He is destroying the foundation of the entire Islamic creed or Islamic world by claiming that Sanathan Dharma is true religion and all the Islam, it was the original religion, and the god of Sanathan Dharma, Lord Vishnu, started a new religion in Arabia in the 7th century, while the same book says Moses was a destroyer of Sanathan Dharma or eternal religion. The destruction of Sanathan Dharma started in the time of Noah alayhi salam, Prophet Noah. So look what Zakir Naik is doing, and look what he earned. Quran is warning those who sell their religion for a cheap worldly price. So what did Zakir Naik earn by selling his Islamic religion? $10 million, $100 million, 2 million Facebook followers and YouTube followers. He earned all these things, but what did you earn? You lost a lot of things by following Zakir Naik. Zakir Naik earned a cheap worldly gain. But those Islamic countries, they lost their honor. Pakistan, Qatar, Malaysia, all these countries, they lost their honor. All those Muslims who believed and followed Zakir Naik's teaching, they lost their honor and their iman. And what did Zakir Naik earn? He earned a cheap worldly price, a few money in the bank account, a good social status. So this is the reality of the social status of so many imams, sheikhs and all. It's coming from falsehood. It's not, the honor doesn't come from Allah and from the heavens. It's coming from worldly people. Their honor is no better than the honor of Zakir Naik. So they receive the honor and power and popularity from the same worldly, lowly people where Zakir Naik got his honor from. Other scholars, imams and leaders of Islam and these countries, they have honor from the same worldly places. From Jahannam, their honor comes from hell. And who cares these hell boys. Wassalamu alal mursaleen walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.